Hey y'all, thank you for joining me for this month's episode of the Divine Feminine Energy reading. Um, I don't really have any downloads other than right before I came outside to do the reading and take advantage of this nice weather. I was led to pull from my Exploring the Empaths Oracle. I don't use this deck that often, so that's really telling me that there's something relative to divine feminines being empaths that's important to the message, and that's why I was being led to pull from this deck. So, thank y'all for joining me. I hope that something is said resonates with you, that the message found you well, and if it did not find you well or does not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well. And we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna pull from the tarot to get a foundation of overall energy, and we're gonna go from there. I do know that as a divine feminine, it's so important that we protect our energy, understand ourselves as empaths, our empathic nature, and how to move throughout our day-to-day experiences as empaths. Spiritual hygiene is very important. In certain instances, covering your crown is important because you're protecting your energy by way of covering your crown, especially when you're amongst crowds. Um, Working with crystals, Epsom salt baths, just things that I know I do, part of my spiritual hygiene routine, but also boundaries, having strong boundaries, being vocal about your boundaries. Sometimes silence is your boundary, but standing on business and knowing what your boundaries are, why they are. It's so important to know your why and discerning when to implement those boundaries. Ultimately, those boundaries need to come into play when you needed to honor yourself, when you needed to make a self-honoring decision, when you find yourself in situations where you can't count on other people to honor you, to hold you in high regard, to treat you with the highest of respect. And so you need to show them how it's done and lead by example. So there may be a bit of that coming up in the reading, but let's see. So Father God, Mother Earth, ancestors, and spirit guides, I thank you for your love and light, and ask that you bring forth the best message for the highest good of the divine feminine collective at this time. What message would you have me to bring forth to your people about the divine feminine collective's energy? What do they need to know? That's a lot. And it fell on top of the book. So I'm definitely going to close us out with an empath oracle deck message. They all fell face up. So you got the Page of Wands. This is an energy that is kind of happy-go-lucky, excited about something, inspired, passionate, even light on their feet. So you got this Page of Wands energy, and you got the Wheel. So Page of Wands energy is not only passionate, but it's creative and it's explorative. And that is this energy leading to a change in fortune, a new cycle. The Wheel of Fortune represents the beginning of a new cycle, so like an ending and a beginning, kind of like the World card energy. But with the Wheel, it's something that's destined to happen. And then you got the Page of Cups. So that's two page energies here, which is telling me there's definitely something new that's transpiring. There's a new cycle. So you're possibly newly excited about something, and that's going to bring you fortune. But there's an element of romance to this situation with the Page of Cups, as it comes after the Wheel. And then you got the Eight of Wands. This energy is so progressive, and it's coming in fast, whatever it is. Now we do have a new moon solar eclipse coming on February 17th. And it's in Aquarius. Aquarius energy is very logical but also innovative. And Aquarius is the water bearer. So a lot of people get it confused with being a water sign, but it's actually an air sign. So there may be something new and exciting coming in for you relative to this new moon eclipse. So be mindful of what's going on around you during that time, around February 17th, which is also the Lunar New Year, and also something else significant about that day. And it's not coming to mind right now. But yeah, be mindful of what you got going on around that time. You may want to come back and watch the reading. But you got the Five of Wands. So this is like progress and success, because you got the Eight of Wands and the Five of Wands, which gives you, when you add them all up, 13 wands breaks down to the Four of Wands, which is safety, security, stability, community, belonging. So there's an element of that, but being stressed about it, because at the bottom you got the Nine of Swords. So for many of you, you're excited about this new chapter. You're excited about something that's coming in for you, whether you know it is something coming down the pipeline or you just feel like you're amidst a shift. But there's also some anxiety about how things have been in your prior experiences, so in community, amongst family dynamics, maybe even in a love relationship with this Page of Cups, because pages are also messengers. So this Page of Wands could be a messenger who's coming in passionately. This Page of Cups could be a messenger who wants to express how they feel, a crush, or somebody who wants to just reveal their emotion to you in some way, in a romantic way. But whatever the case, it brings a certain level of anxiety, but you're needing to trust that as an empath and as somebody who, you ain't new to this, you have all of the tools and all of the spiritual hygiene practices and the discernment and the wisdom to navigate this situation. So it's really nothing to stress about, and that's why I drew or was led to pull from the Empath Oracle. Let's see what's at the top of the deck and the bottom of the deck. These cards that fell out are wand heavy. Wands are faster paced energy. So this is something that is shifting soon, and it's passionate. And with this Five of Wands, it's some pettiness or some competitiveness that either is involved or has been involved in this situation, and it's going to trigger a certain level of anxiety within you, because it's like, I've been here before, I've done this before, I've seen this before. But with this Wheel of Fortune, this gonna be something different. It's just gonna be something that reminds you of something old, but it's actually something different and new with these two pages in this deck, and the combination of the the Eight of Wands and the Five of Wands. This is progressive. So you ain't gotta worry about going through that same shit, because now you know how to handle it, even if it does present itself in any way. At the top of the deck, you have the Queen of Cups. I told you, divine feminine. This is divine feminine energy. You know what to do. You know how to handle this, especially emotionally, because the Queen of Cups is taking time to focus on her own cup. She's intuitive, she's wise, she's emotionally intelligent and mature, and she knows how to go within and also discern how to show up in certain situations. And she knows that if at any point she feels anxiety about anything, she knows how to retreat and make sure that as an empathic, intuitive being, she's okay. She knows how to draw those boundaries and say, no, actually, I don't have it to give. My cup is not overflowing. Let me go tend to my cup. because I'm only willing to give from my overflow. And that is why she's the queen, because she has mastered that area of her life. So you already got the tools that you need for whatever this blessing that is coming in is. Just our 1010, this is definitely a new cycle for you all that you are already prepared for emotionally, if nothing else. At the bottom of the deck, the devil. Yeah, that's fear. That's your shadows. This Queen of Cups energy is already prepared for whatever this triggering is going to be. So it's nothing for you to be afraid of. It's illusion. And that's moon energy, illusion and shadows as well. So around the time of this new moon that's coming up on February 17th, if my readings are timeless, you could go back years and find readings that will resonate with you as if I had recorded them yesterday. So even if it's not this full moon in Aquarius, look at the calendar to see when the next moon cycle is, new or full moon, and take it how it resonates, apply as it resonates. So I'm gonna clarify my little handmade deck to see. Matter of fact, let me lay these out just in case these cards want to fall in a particular order. I'ma let them. So we get an even more precise message. Hearing these kids out here playing and screaming, I don't know if y'all can hear that in the background, but it's some kids outside playing, enjoying the weather like me. Have fun. Don't take shit too serious. And even when it comes to serious matters, don't take it so serious that you let it stress you out and have you depressed and with anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy the moment. Don't worry too much about the future. Don't worry too much about the past. Just be present and continue to take care of your spiritual hygiene. Everything is going to be fine. This is a blessing that is coming in for you. But this energy says that you're going to be triggered. Like, can I trust this? You know what I'm saying? Spirit, clarify this message for the divine feminine collective. I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all. These cards fell on top of the Page of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Page of Cups. I told you it's something new coming in for y'all, and it's fortunate, and it's a change. Like, things might not have been working out in this particular area of your life up to this point, but it's changing. You're entering a new cycle, and I'm just hearing receiving the fruits of your labor. Surrender. And you're needing to surrender to something that is unconventional and unorthodox. Know that whatever it is, it's you answering the call. This is something you're being called to do. And if you know, like I know, your calling will trigger the shit out of you. But whatever it is, it's divine, it's destined, it's ordained for you. And at the bottom of the deck, you have teacher-student dynamic. So for many of you, this could be a love dynamic or connection where things are changing and changing for the better, and you might not be up for the challenge, but it's actually a teacher-student dynamic where there's more for you to learn or something for you to teach this other person, and vice versa. It's a teacher-student dynamic, but it's also a part of your calling. At the top of the deck, you have, I told you, I can't make this shit up, yo. Reaping rewards of seeds sown. I told y'all, this is a gift. Man, I said that. Like, I be surprising myself sometimes, yo. You are reaping the reward of seeds that you've already sown. So when the reward comes in, don't self-sabotage it. Don't turn it away. One thing about the Queen of Cups, she's also receptive. Receptivity is divine feminine energy. So whatever this is, even if it makes you a little nervous to accept it, even if you don't feel safe at first to accept it, take time out to assess it and see where your shadows may be rearing their head, and then open your palms to receive whatever this gift is that God is presenting to you, because you've already worked for it. you've already cultivated this prosperity, whatever it is, in whatever form it is coming out in. At the bottom of the deck, you have on a journey of self-discovery. This is a part of your ordained journey, whatever this next leg of the journey looks like for you. But whatever it is, it's more fortunate. And especially as it relates to your passions with all these ones and your emotions. Do not let your shadows speak for you in this situation. Take time out to assess it, center yourself, and allow yourself to receive whatever this gift is. I'm hearing Maxwell, fortunate. Fortunate to have you, girl. I'm so glad you're in my world. Just as sure as the sky is blue, I'm blessed today that I found you. So this could be a situation where somebody took you for granted, and you sold into them. You invested in them in some way, and you're now receiving the reward of those seeds sown. And if that's the case, the way they showed up prior to this situation got you like, hell no, I don't want shit from you, bro. Don't worry about it, or sister, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna close out with exploring the empath's oracle. Generating dynamic confidence. You're needing to be confident in whatever this is, and whatever you shining your light has attracted and magnetized into your life, and trusting that you're worthy of it, that you're protected, that you're safe, that it is for your highest good. It's a saying that's coming to mind, and don't block your blessing. Do not block your blessing. Be confident about this blessing that is coming in with generating dynamic confidence. I am going to read the message of generating dynamic confidence. It's represented by the number 9. If you've been following the channel, you hear me talking about how 9s are representative of closing out a cycle, and you got this 10 wheel of fortune here. Something is ending so that something new can begin. And it may, if it's a situation where somebody took you for granted, those days are over. This is somebody who's learned a lesson and want a new beginning. So then we got the plane going over, which is always symbolic to me about seeing things from a higher perspective and elevating. So this is someone wanting to take things to the next level. Whatever level y'all was on prior to, it's gonna be a higher level this next time, should you accept this gift and not let your shadows keep you from being receptive to it. But it says, valuing our unique ability to contribute in this lifetime, engaging in enjoyment and creativity to combat lesser emotions, exercising empathy toward ourselves in the same way we do toward others. The energy of this card is dynamic. The bursting forth energy is apparent in the painting, which is very much so reminding me of Wands energy. The energy that I see in this card is reminding me of a flame or fire, and wands represent fire. Again, this is something very passionate. The bursting forth energy is apparent in the painting. By necessity, the state of energetic expansion and self-confidence requires that we make peace with life's hardships. This picture symbolizes the wild inner fire that is making its way through the world, consuming everything in its wake to transform the limiting into the dynamic. The person in the picture knows no fear or dread of the things that will happen, because you know that you are an alchemist. You know that you know how to take a tough situation and get the lesson and the value from it and transform it into something that is priceless. You know how to take coal and create a diamond. So it says she has full confidence in her own inner strength and accepts every challenge, because with every new experience, I told you something new coming, she will shine brighter than before. The deeper meaning is, as deeply sensitive people, sometimes even the smallest negative occurrence can throw us off center for a long period of time. Sometimes it's a challenge to get out of bed and recalibrate for the day to come. Sometimes we get down on ourselves and personalize even the smallest mistakes or missteps. Y'all hear them sirens? This is something that's coming in soon. It's something that's like spiritually, it's urgent. It's time for it. This card is a reminder that internalizing negative thoughts and emotions isn't usually a productive activity. We are ultimately responsible for how we live our lives and how we see the world. When empaths feel grounded and centered in our core, we truly have a magnetic presence. Confidence is social survival. There is no point in beating ourselves up. Although we may be our own worst critics, we don't have to walk around in a cloud of stress and regret. This Nine of Swords energy, that's choosing stress. This is somebody with their knees bent and their head bowed, and can't see that with all of these crows, there's this one that's outlined in white, and then there's all these flecks of light, because those are ancestors and spirit guides and spiritual energies that are around you, protecting you while you sitting up worried about some shit that you can't change or that has already come to pass. Stop worrying and stressing about what has happened and be confident that the future looks brighter, that you have not seen your best days. So it says, we need to learn to neatly compartmentalize emotions and not allow the darker ones to overtake the most precious gifts we have, our lives. The confidence, true confidence, can take a long time to cultivate and is not always a constant state of being. Confidence can come in waves. Even the most confident empath experiences times of difficulty. It's just a matter of how much we choose to attach to these experiences. We can hold on to the hard stuff for years upon years, but this does little in the way of living a satisfactory life. Self-esteem and self-confidence begins with exercising empathy and compassion for yourself. This can be hard when you feel inadequate, but you must keep perspective. You are only human. You deserve love just as much as anyone else, and the most significant, impactful love you can receive is from yourself. I'm not telling y'all to make a decision from to reunite with, align with, connect with something or somebody that has mistreated you and is going to continue to mistreat you, and that you don't feel comfortable with moving forward with the person or nothing like that. I would never promote that. But what I am saying is, if you feel good about it and the only thing that is keeping you from moving forward is that you have not processed your emotions and you don't feel confident about how you're going to show up in the situation, that you can forgive, that you can that you have the inner strength to move forward in the situation, then take time to assess how they're showing up within you and make the decision that is for your highest good. And some of you may find that the decision that's for your highest good is to accept whatever this gift is that is coming in for you, and not only accept it, but accept it confidently. So I hope this message found y'all well. I feel like the message that needed to be brought forth did. I am curious to see what's at the bottom of the deck. Embracing sensuality as union. Ooh, it's about to be some Mr. Sexy time. And my throat chakra bothering me all out of nowhere. So between that and the birds going nuts, birds are messengers. Expect communication. There's communication coming forth. Truthful communication, apologies. I think we got a Mercury retrograde coming up too. But yeah, y'all, whatever the case, get down in the comments. Let me know how it resonates for you. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can do so via reaching out to me via email or my Etsy store. And to stay abreast of what I got going on, paint classes, workshops, online classes, and all that, coaching program, make sure that you tap in with my link tree, which I will put in the description box below. And until next time, y'all, peace.